This is Mike James, and this is the 5th tutorial on linear equations and their graphs. In this tutorial we're just going to go through some examples and make use of the equation y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, which allows you to find the equation of a straight line when you are given 2 points that lie on the line. Let's have a look at this example in front of us. We have to find the equation of the line joining the points a and b, which have coordinates minus 2, minus 5 and minus 4, minus 2. So I'm going to first of all find the gradient using the usual result that the gradient is the difference of the y coordinates divided by the difference of the x coordinates. And you can see I've started with point A, and the gradient is y2 minus y1, which is minus 5, take away minus 2, divided by the difference of the x coordinates, which is minus 2, take away minus 4. Now be careful with the signs. You've got two minuses here, so minus 5 add 2 gives minus 3, and minus 2 add 4 gives plus 2. So the gradient is minus 3 over 2. Now, we haven't finished the question because we have to find the equation of the line. So I'm now going to use this new formula y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, which I introduced in the last tutorial. And I'm going to take the point A. It doesn't really matter which point I take, I only need to take one of these points, and I'm going to take x1 as minus 2 and y1 as minus 5. Remember, you don't touch the x and y. So you get y, take away y1, which is minus 5, equals m, which we know is minus 3 over 2, bracket x, take away x1, which is minus 2. Now this is actually the answer, but we can simplify this, tidy it up a bit. Two minuses give a plus, so y plus 5 equals minus 3 over 2, two minuses give a plus again, times x plus 2. Again, this is a form of the answer, but we can tidy this up a bit more. So we could get rid of this awkward denominator 2 by multiplying throughout by 2. 2 times y plus 5 in brackets equals minus 3 times x plus 2. Now, when you do multiply both sides by 2, make sure you put brackets in on the left hand side. We can remove the brackets. 2y plus 10 equals minus 3x minus 6. Be careful, because there's a minus times a plus there, gives a minus. And then finally we could subtract 10 from both sides, so you get 2y equals minus 3x minus 6 take away 10 is minus 16. So this is probably the best form of the answer. Okay, so we've found the equation of the straight line that passes through these 2 points. Let's try another example. Example 2. Write down the equation of the line passing through the points a minus 4 minus 4 and b 2 2. Well, let's use a similar approach to the last example. We're going to find the gradient first. The gradient again, we're going to do it algebraically. Difference of the y coordinates divided by the difference of the x coordinates. And you can see we have minus 4, take away minus 2, divided by the difference of the x coordinates, which is minus 4 minus 2 again. Now this gives minus 6 over minus 6, which is 1. So the gradient's actually 1. Well, we've done the first part of the question, but we still got to find the equation, so we use the formula again, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, and this time we'll take the point b, because we have two positive numbers, that's the easiest point to take, so we're going to take y1 is 2 and x1 is 2, so you get y minus 2 equals the gradient, which is 1 times x minus 2, and we can remove the brackets, x minus 2, and we can add 2 to both sides, and we get y equals x. So the equation of the line is actually y equals x. And you may have spotted that because the line goes through 2 2 and minus 4 minus 4, the line will actually pass through the origin, and you can see there it is, y equals x. Let's have a look at another example. Example 3. Write down the equation of the line passing through the points -3, -4 and 7, -4. Now if we find the gradient on this one using the same procedure as before, difference of y's over difference of x's, I'll end up getting -4 take away -4 divided by -3 take away 7. Now you'll notice on top I get -4, 2 minuses give a plus, +4 I get 0, and 0, and on the bottom I get -10, but 0 divided by -10 is 0, so the gradient is actually 0. And if we try and work out the equation of the line using the formula again, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, I can take the point A, I get y take away y1, which is -4, equals, but the gradient is 0, so m is 0, and 0 times anything is 0, so x minus the x value, which is -3, is not important because this whole term is going to be 0 anyway. 0 times this is going to be 0. So we end up with y minus minus plus 4 equals 0, and we can subtract 4 from both sides, so y is -4. Now you could have probably spotted that by being very observant and noticing that the line passes through the point -3, -4 and 7, -4, but the y coordinates are the same, so it's a horizontal line. And you should know that any horizontal line has equation y equals a constant, and because it goes through -4, the equation of the line would be y equals -4. So you could have done this question very quickly if you spotted that it's just a horizontal line going through the point y is -4. And remember, a horizontal line has 0 gradient. Let's have a look at another example. This is the final one, example 4. Write down the equation of the line passing through the points A 3, -4 and B 3, 5. Well, you probably guess what's going to happen on this one. The gradient of the line, m, is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 again, and if you take y2 as -4, take away 5 divided by the difference of the x coordinates, which is 3, take away 3. This is rather odd because you end up dividing by 0 and you cannot divide by 0. So the gradient m is undefined, and if you remember, if you have an undefined gradient, that means the line must be vertical, and that's what it is because it goes through the point 3, -4 and 3, 5, and you can see it's a vertical line, and therefore it's a special case because it goes through the point x is 3. It has equation x equals 3. So it's the one case where the gradient doesn't really, well, it just tells you it's a vertical line, but and also if you use either y equals mx plus c or y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, it doesn't really help to find the actual equation of the line. You have to realize that it's a vertical line, so it has equation of the form x equals 3. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial.